Hi gang, welcome back to the Unraised Latina Ever, where I wanted to punch my neighbor in the face today because he was screaming out in the parking lot. And the guy comes from Africa and he still thinks he's in the wild because like every time he goes outside it's like, and then his kid is the same way. And it's like, I want to scream, go back to Africa, you know, like we can hear you. All of us can hear you. So this guy is really loud and obnoxious, and I just getting to the point where, you know, like, you know, when you're outside, can you talk at a normal level? Do you have to bellow? It makes me want to scream from in my parking lot, or my you know, I want to go to his window and just do what he does to me when he's relaxing and sleeping and resting. But anyway, I was watching this movie, Idiocracy, the other night, and it was all about the dumbing down of America. And what's very interesting is it talks about what happens when liberals get in charge. And it was like 500 years into the future, but really it's here and now. And I'll give you one example. I was watching Fox today and they were talking about this racist tree. I mean, okay, we had some racist documents, we had maybe some racist statues, but now it's a tree. The liberals used to love to hug trees. They wanted you to like keep the trees up at all costs. You couldn't mow them down. You couldn't profit off the trees. But all of a sudden, you know, you had some neighborhood Negroes that didn't like the fact that their trees were like blocking their view of a golf course and devaluing their properties. Let me tell you about people devaluing properties, like that freaking idiot across the way that screams in the parking lot. But anyway, but that would be racist. You know what? I am so sick and tired of the stupid people. So they'd rather get hit with golf balls in their yard and want to like look at the golf course, but maybe we don't want to look at your fucking couch sitting on your back porch, you know. we just don't want to look at, or we don't want to hear the rap music coming out of your fucking house, you know. Maybe that we don't want to see. Oh, that would be racist. Not all black people listen to rap. Let me tell you, I know some white people that listen to rap. You know, I even listen to rap, and it really brings me down a few IQ points when I do, because I start to sing those lyrics and I realize, like, what am I singing? You know, yo yo, I'm going to, you know, see the hoe. You know, I'm gonna go get a cup of Joe. You know, and I'm thinking, these guys get paid for that, and I could do that, and definitely do that and sound better. But anyway, long story short, the dumbing down of America is when we start rationalize this crazy shit as being acceptable, like the fact that the city council is getting involved and they're really onto these trees called it starts with a T. Tamarisk tree. And the tamarisk tree is now becoming a fire hazard because it's not indigenous and it burns quicker. So God forbid we can't have it. Well, I'm telling you, I know a lot of things that burn quicker. You know, and it's not a tree. It's people that smoke and like to like leave their cigarettes on the ground, and you know, and that will burn quicker than anything. We don't make them go away. Anyway, I think it's a stupid argument. I think that they've really crossed the line, but you know what? They're not going to see it that way. But this is the cult of liberalism. You know, when everything has to be the same and nothing makes sense, and I watched in complete disbelief. But then nothing that they do surprises me anymore. So with that said, I am so happy Mr. Trump is president, and I pray to God, you know, that somebody after he's done, you know, steps up that's equally as great, because I can't imagine going back to the old ways of doing things. We're making progress. And it seems that like every time we do make progress and 4 years later something comes along and then we roll it back, you know, and like Ronnie Reagan was pretty decent. With that said though, you know, he's not another Ronnie, because I think he's actually better than Mr. Reagan. He's going to balance that budget. I know he will. And we're going to hopefully get some more Republican seats, get some of these dumbass Democrats out of office. All we do is have to play them, you know, play back some of their speeches. Like that guy. Remember the guy that thought Guam was going to sink?
Yeah, it's always going to tip over.
Because it was a small island. He thought it was a small island. God forbid it was so small that can Guam tip? I couldn't believe it. I mean, when he said this, I just could not fucking believe it. I said, you've got to be kidding me. This dumbass idiot congressman got elected. And I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not telling you what color he was, because, you know, everybody would say, oh, well, that's racist. But he happened to be African American.
You can't have an idiocracy without idiots.
Well, that is true, Bill. That is very true. But, you know, whether the guy was black, white, orange, pink, or purple, or whatever, I mean, the fact is that he actually thought the island could tip over. And I mean, it's about the stupidest thing I ever heard. And then I realized, you know, well, his district, you know, must have been equally stupid if they voted for him. So there you go. There's your sign. And stupid people would think maybe a tree was racist. You know, and that's what happened. We're having the idiocracy of America. It's not just the movie, you know, 50 years from now. It's here and now. It is. And so I'm praying for a miracle. Like maybe we can get the stupid people to stop reproducing. You know what? I'm pro-life. Totally. With an exception. There are some people that just shouldn't reproduce. With that said, you guys have a great evening. We'll talk to you later. Adios.